Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is the 5th, Thursday, no, actually Wednesday, my bad. Wednesday the 5th of March, 2014. Well, welcome, and I have an article. I was looking for something that I saw the other day. Sorry, I don't even know what day it is. Thought it was Thursday. But no, anyway, I was looking for like an article that I glanced upon yesterday that it was really interesting, but that's the one I wanted to read to you. But instead, I got another article here that's really interesting, to say the least, I guess. But it's interesting because, like, what is going on with the youth these days? Or because, like, when you see articles like this in the news, like, for example, daughter from hell, judge blasts 18-year-old cheerleader who's suing her parents for support. This has kind of been like news for the last couple of days, but this is like the latest on it. Are people even raising their kids anymore these days? Because how does your kid sue their parents? Like, I honestly don't understand that. The love has grown cold these days. You know, in the book of, I think it's Peter or in Jude or something. Forgive me for not knowing, but I think it's in 1st or 2nd Peter or Jude. Someone help me out, but it says that the love of many are going to grow cold in the last days. And that's what you're seeing nowadays. Everybody's so desensitized nowadays that you see ridiculous stuff like this. And it's just, to me, it's disturbing. But anyway, a judge today blasted an 18-year-old girl suing her parents for support after she ran away, claiming that they were behind their bulimia and that her father showed her inappropriate affection. Oh, you know, I mean, that's sad, it's tragic and all, but, you know, I can't stand when people are complaining about their life, you know, man, because, you know, we're all born into situations that we do not understand, all of us, and that's not an excuse for acting like that. What's inappropriate is suing your parents because they fed you all your life. They took care of you. They nurtured you when you were a baby. How do you do something like that to people like that? You know, like, I don't care who your parents are. Like, if they raised you, if they tried to teach you something and they kept you safe, they kept you provided for, protected, they comforted you, maybe, because, you know, some parents, they think that parenting is just putting food on the table, putting a roof over your head, and keeping money in the bank. But a real father, a real mother and a real father teach their sons and daughters in the way that they should go. Not just let them, oh, well, you should figure it out. You know, you got it all under. No, I don't care what country you live in, man. You're not gonna if you don't have the support and guidance of a father and a mother, you're lost. You're gonna get lost out there. You're gonna be influenced by anything. You know what? God calls us sheep. He calls us lost children and sheep because if you've ever been around a sheep, it follows anyone that's around it, and that's what God looks at us like. See, God doesn't try to sugarcoat things like we do. He says it how it is, man. We are like that. We follow people that are around us. Like, it's like, without, like, if we don't know any better, we'll follow whoever is trying to lead us, and that's how it really is. And if you don't have parents, if you don't have a father and a mother that don't try to guide you in the way that you should go, you're so subject to getting lost, to getting getting into like gangbang. Look at the culture nowadays. If you're not trying to teach your son or daughter anything, they're gonna be into this culture of death that's so popular nowadays. This weaponized culture that's around nowadays. That, in my opinion, if you know anything about scientific dictatorships, you know that this is a product of a rogue element in our government. They're creating citizens that go around to bother law-abiding citizens. They create people who bug people who are just obeying the law and living peaceful lives. And they're just a bunch of spoiled brats, in my opinion, because what do you have to complain about in this country? You could walk outside, walk down to the street, walk down to the store, and you're going to be completely safe. Try doing that in El Salvador or in some other country where their life doesn't mean anything over there, man. Try going to a country where your life doesn't mean anything to nobody. it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, dude. That people want to be these thugs, these pieces of garbage because they're spoiled brats. They got nothing better to do because their parents are, they had them way too young or something, and they don't give a damn about them. And that's what you see here. When Judge Peter Bogard read an expletive-laden and vicious answer phone message left by Rachel Canning from Lincoln Park, New Jersey, to her mother Elizabeth, in which the girl said, I want to I want to SHIT all over your face, he said. Have you ever, in your experience, seen such gross disrespect for a parent? I don't see it in my house. The judge sitting at Morris County Court added that Rachel had given her mom and dad, Sean, the proverbial F.U. He also warned he must consider the slippery slope where we open the gates for a 12-year-old to sue for an Xbox, a 13-year-old girl to sue for an iPhone. What about a 15-year-old girl asking for a 60-inch television? This is the culture of our kids nowadays, this entitlement. You know what I mean? Not everybody's parents are perfect, you guys, but you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know when it's time to not do stuff like that. Look at these parents, man. If that doesn't break your heart, man.
The story is making headlines across the country. The 18-year-old and her parents were in court today where the judge made a preliminary decision. CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez has more on the family feud.
The parents of 18-year-old Rachel Canning broke down in tears as the judge read an email their daughter sent to them right before she moved out.
Please note that I am trying. I am not going to be successful overnight, and I ask that you bear with me. I love you guys, and I am trying to turn over a new leaf.
Canning is suing her parents for allegedly abandoning her and refusing to pay for her education. But the judge questioned the honor roll student's integrity after learning she was suspended from school twice and busted for underage drinking.
What kind of parents would the Cannings be if they didn't set down some strict rules?
Canning's father, Sean Canning, a retired police chief, says his daughter rebelled against house rules, breaking curfew and refusing to break up with a boyfriend they felt was bad news.
We're good parents. We have nothing to hide on this.
The lacrosse player says her parents were abusive and have shown no interest in her well-being since she moved in with a friend's family in November.
In the 4 months that Rachel has been with the Inglesino's, these people have not called her. They have not come to see her. They have not sent a penny to her or to her benefactors.
To be clear, my clients never abandoned nor abused their child, and they have asked her to come home.
Canning's parents say they shouldn't have to pay for their daughter's college tuition since she voluntarily left home. The judge preliminarily ruled to deny her immediate emergency relief for living expenses, legal fees, and access to her college fund, but said he'd revisit her request for financial support, including college tuition, next month.
We have to ask ourselves, do we want to establish a precedent where parents live in constant fear of establishing basic rules of the house?
The Cannings will be back in court April 22nd, but the judge said he wished more energy would be spent on uniting the family than keeping it apart. Hazel Sanchez, CBS 2.
Wow. You guys, do you see the heartbreak and the sorrow in those parents? They're crying in court and notice the judge said that she had a boyfriend that they thought was bad news. Dude, this is the culture of women nowadays. They avoid their conscience so much that they are senseless when it comes to picking somebody to be with. Because I notice, and it's funny because I was watching a stand-up comedian last night named Aziz Ansari, and he was killing it, man, because he nailed it. Women don't like nice people, dude. They like pieces of garbage, man. And you guys out there, like, to me, it's tragic, dude. You know what I mean? Like, this culture that we live in is totally weaponized for all of us to fight against each other. And only the idiots that believe everything they hear on the Fox News or the CNN News or the stupid, outdated mainstream media, you know, if you're believing the crap that they're telling you on there, most likely you're geared and weaponed toward your own family, toward your own community, toward everybody. Because that's what they do. They divide you against each other, and they so that they can easily conquer you, man. But you see, people that don't really, I don't know, man. This kind of stuff is very sophisticated, and I understand if you don't understand it, but open your mind, open your eyes, dude. Because even 16-year-olds are waking up to this stuff, and they know how to break it down to you, and they could do it way better than me. Go to Teen Take. This guy came out on Infowars the other day. Amazing to see a 16-year-old kid talking about the culture, talking about the corruption and all this, speaking out. Because when you're paying attention to the stupid mainstream media that is outdated, they're going to tell you to be politically correct and not use your voice to tell anybody anything. And that's how you see people conditioned nowadays. I always get people coming to my channel and saying, who are you to make all these generalizations about people? I could say whatever I want, thank you very much. And if you don't like it, why don't you come visit me sometime? Because I'm not afraid of you. And you know what? I'm going to say whatever I want, period. And when I see this culture going this way, you guys, I'm not trying to act like a smart aleck and I can just point out everything and I'm smart. I don't give a damn about any of that. I'm trying to warn you guys that you guys are going in the wrong direction. I hope that some of you will turn from that. I hope some of you will get out of that stupid, trendy, mainstream culture that's going on. I hope that you guys wake up to this. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for people that are looking for truth, looking for a reason to, I don't know, man, for purpose, man. Because, I mean, what purpose do you have following the crowd, the stupid zombie mind-controlled crowd where you'll talk to some people on the streets and they don't even give you their full attention. They're so caught up in their iPhones or their whatever, and everybody, you could see them under a certain amount of mind control. And this is freaking real, you guys. When you watch too much TV, when you're eating BPA, GMO, and fluoride, you are doing something to your body that's making your brain not work properly. And it's making your brain not active enough and doesn't make it, like your brain is just not active enough to put together to put together critical thinking and cognitive thinking. You can't do it because your brain's functioning at too slow of a process. It's just, this stuff is very sophisticated, you guys, and I hope you guys wake up. This kind of stuff right here, I mean, what are you going to see next, right? Your kid's suing you, your kid's disobedient, and then has this entitlement that she can sue her parents. That's just, we're living in the twilight zone, you guys. I mean, they just banned the American flag from public schools. You can't wear a shirt with an American flag on it. Can you believe that? We're living in the twilight zone, you guys, and you guys better start fighting for your rights or else you're going to lose them, like they did in Nazi Germany. So don't believe me, because you know what, dude? It's going to happen if you don't. So whatever, God bless you and wake up. Have a good day.